We are developing, saving a 7-acre property that has 2 buildings on it, a 1903 limestone building and a 1960s gymnasium. They were part of the school system in Chase County, closed in 2010. And at that time, we convinced the board to sell it to some of us so that we would save it from auction. We had a developer that tried to earn or get the money to save it but could not. So in 2019 he contacted me and said he was going to have to sell it. Were we interested in buying the property from him? We had community meetings to see if there was support for that. There was strong support for it. So a group of us got together and purchased the property to turn it into housing and a community center. We had 3 main goals, and these were based on community input. The first one was to get the property on the National Historic Registry. We were able to accomplish the state and the national for that. Our second goal, based on studies that we desperately needed housing in Chase County, was to find a developer for the 1903 building to turn it into housing. And then our third goal, we've accomplished the first 2. Our third goal is to turn the gymnasium into a community center. So far we have been able to pay off our mortgage. We have been able to clean up and maintain the outside. We have renovated an old workroom into a commercial kitchen. We have renovated offices, meeting spaces, 2 classrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 handicap accessible, and 2 other bathrooms that are almost done. And then we've been able to put on these events at the same time while we were doing all that. We have been worked hard on getting grants. We've applied for 13 grants and gotten 8, so that's been helpful. Great community donations, and then having all these events have been our main source of fundraising. The next major goal, and it's one of the things the community wanted from us, is to have an after-school program. What holds us back from doing that is that our gymnasium has no heat or air. It was never air conditioned, and the heat was a steam heat, which is of course antiquated now. So we have got to get heat and air in the gymnasium so that we can have the goal of having an after-school program. Our main challenge is the money. We were able to do a $35,000 heat and air. We were able to do a $55,000 roof, but the cost of the electricity needed, upgrades that are needed, plus the cost of the heat and air, we've had multiple companies estimate it, and all of them run $200,000 plus. Well, we hope that it will bring in a large enough sum of money that we can get started on the project. We have had our estimators do it in stages, so the first stage would be getting all the electrical upgrades done, and we could get that done, and we could get part of the air conditioning done if we could get enough out of the match day funds, and then we could add to that as we go. I have a strong history. My grandmother and my mother and I and my daughter all went to school in this building, and I taught in this building. So to see it being used, still being used and enjoyed, just touches my heart.